How does childhood attachment shape our adult relationships? And what can we learn from it? And how can these lessons support you in creating healthy, lasting love? Our first experiences of love certainly starts long before we would even know what romantic love was, or indeed what it can be. It begins in our first moments of life, in the arms that held us, the voice that soothed us, and the emotional safety and certainty, or edgy danger and uncertainty, that surrounded us as children. Long before we choose a partner, we learn what love feels like, what it means to reach out to a significant other, and whether that significant other or others actually metaphorically and or literally reach back. These early lessons can create for us what psychologists call our attachment style, an invisible unconscious script that guides how we connect, how we communicate, and how we cope with our adult relationships. Having an honest awareness and understanding of this inner map, keeping what works and changing what doesn't work, is one of those powerful ways to create healthier, more lasting love. So let's first look at the foundational roots of attachment, which is our first blueprint, if you like, of how we think love works. In the 1950s, psychologists and researchers spent a long time, and still are, studying and developing what we now call attachment theory. It's a psychological framework designed to chart how the quality, consistency, and quantity of love and nurturing we received from our primary caregivers as children can profoundly shape and mold what we believe and expect from our emotional adult world. When a child's needs are met with attention, warmth, nurturing, and care in a dependable and predictable way, then that child will more than likely develop a secure attachment style, a sense that they are loved and that love is safe and love is dependable. But if a child has to endure care that is inconsistent, intrusive, perhaps abusive, or even completely absent, the child then has to adapt. They can become very needy and hypervigilant, forming patterns of anxiety, avoidance, or ambivalence to emotionally protect themselves. These patterns, once formed, don't often disappear by themselves as we grow up into adulthood. They simply evolve into the unconscious strategies we use to search for love and engage with our romantic partner. Predominantly driven by negative focus and desperate need, with the ultimate expectation that if we were to find love, we probably wouldn't deserve it and will more than likely lose it anyway. So here's a quick summary of the four main attachment styles. I go into far more detail in my book, My Psychopathic Romance, that's published and available on Amazon. First, our favorite style. This is a person with a secure attachment style. Now, people with a secure attachment style will trust that love is safe and love is reciprocal. They can communicate openly, set healthy boundaries, and repair conflicts without fear or threat of abandonment. They've learned early on in their life that connection doesn't threaten or punish independence. It supports it and nurtures it. When in love, a person with a secure attachment style will be incredibly reliable, affectionate, and emotionally open and available. Next, we have a person with an anxious attachment style. People who have developed an anxious attachment style can be very needy and often crave closeness, whilst at the same time tasting for rejection or abandonment. They tend to overthink things and can project catastrophe into almost anything. They will be constantly seeking reassurance, which can be overwhelming and feel way too much for both themselves and their partner. The relationship will seem a bit of a roller coaster of high highs and low lows, simply because love has always felt uncertain and unpredictable for them. When in love, they will probably need way more touch points often texting, and needing to know where their partner is and what they're doing all of the time. This is because they really do struggle to believe that they're truly loved, and the relationship is genuine, real, and not going to be taken away from them. Then we have the avoidant attachment style. Avoidant individuals learned early on in life that closeness comes at a cost. It can feel risky, overwhelming, and unsafe. Just as you start to believe in it, it gets taken away. Because of this, they will have learned to prize independence and self-reliance, keeping emotions well and truly tucked away, only to come out on special occasions. And there will be rarely, if ever, any special occasions. True connection for them puts them at risk and may well feel like a loss of control. When in love, if indeed they could ever be genuinely in love, they will seem distant and will minimize or not even notice emotional needs. And if things were to get too close, they will almost automatically dissociate, shut down, and withdraw, even although they may actually care quite deeply. And the last of our four is the belt and braces of attachment styles, which is the fearful-avoidant, highly disorganized attachment style. People who fall into this category have a blend of anxious and avoidant tendencies. This style will have often developed because of childhood trauma or from chaotic, highly unpredictable caregiving in general. These individuals have a deep, profound need for attachment. They crave love, but fear it in equal measure. This can create an almost manic type of behavior, cycling between intense closeness and dismissive withdrawal. When in love, this person can feel torn and heavily conflicted, wanting and pushing for intimacy, but fearing and resenting it also, probably with a deep sense of dread, knowing it will ultimately hurt them. Now, this may all sound a bit desperate, but fear not, there is hope. An attachment style is just that. It isn't completely set in stone or written indelibly in the stars as some kind of destiny. The beautiful truth is that attachment styles need not be forever. These are only patterns of protection and don't have to be permanent labels of identity. Through self-awareness, through purposeful intent to reprogram and repattern, along with learning from the healthy relationships that you already do have, you or they can easily reprogram and rewire these limitations and beliefs. You no doubt have changed your mind about many things in the past, and this can just as easily be one of them. There are three keys to creating change. The first is to learn to love, accept, and respect yourself truly and completely. It's hard to allow yourself to believe in love given by others if you don't actually love yourself in the first place. Then the second thing is to develop the skills to be able to have an honest and accurate understanding of the feedback you're creating. Positive change happens because of curiosity, not because of criticism. Instead of asking what's wrong with me, or indeed what's wrong with them, you can ask what happened that taught me that love has to feel this way. And lastly, you want to be willing to take responsibility. Be willing to be at cause for all that you create. There is no power available to you if you feel the world is doing it to you. If you can recognize what you're doing, what you can change, and be willing to change it, then different results are pretty much guaranteed. Developing healthy, lasting love means creating change and finding ways to make secure love not just possible, but probable. Other important steps that it would be good for you to be aware of is to learn to recognize your own patterns. Stop and look for other options. Practice emotional regulation and stability. Our perception of reality gets badly skewed when we are overly emotionally stimulated. You want to develop effective ways to communicate your needs and your boundaries. Also be open and interested in the needs and boundaries of others. You want to learn to choose safe people. And you want to make sure that you are also a safe person. Love is not a thing, it's a process. And there are skills that you can learn that will make you an expert at that process. True, healthy, lasting love is not about perfection, it's about safety, growth, and trust. If you're willing to heal your inner world, you'll become capable of a deeper kind of love, one that nurtures, one that supports, one that lasts, and one that liberates. Secure love isn't found by chance. It's built through awareness, compassion, and courage. And you can start building that today. If you've found value in this video and are interested in learning more about the tools and techniques to create healthy, lasting love, then please do like and subscribe, as it supports us here at the channel to continue to create the kind of content that will help promote relationship success and fulfillment as we continue to learn, evolve, and create positive change together.